All right, so the purpose of this channel basically is to just be authentic and tell you guys what I go through, what I feel, how my day's going. And so I'm lucky enough to be able to spend the majority of my time focusing on the path of self-realization. So very grateful for that. And it's possible for anyone to do this, but anyway, it's not what this video is about. So my focus right now is to primarily three things that were given to me by my mentor, and they're things I'd practiced before, but it just makes it a lot simpler. One of them is called running on empty. And so what does that mean? If you think of a car that's almost out of gas and you're trying to get like another 50 miles to the gas station, what do? You don't accelerate fast, you don't go fast, and you don't stop fast. Like you try to maintain your momentum, right? And so running on empty is just kind of smoothing out what you're doing. Like don't rush into things, don't stop things abruptly, just be smooth and equanimous, living in equanimity, right? So you just want to smooth it out. So that's one of them. The other one is just openness, which we've talked about a lot on here, which is just noticing when you contract and you're blocking off the flow of love and prana into your life. Like and what causes that is you don't like something. Something didn't go your way in this world. Imagine that. You didn't get your way, or something. It could be something as simple as the weather. You walk outside and you're like, it's windy today. Contraction, right? So you notice that. So it takes a lot of awareness to feel that. You can just feel it right now. You might be contracted because this video triggers you. You might be contracted because you got to go to work in 20 minutes. Whatever it is, just notice it and try to open. And let's see, what is the third one? The third one is to, what is it? Hold on. The third one is to what I call net zero. So that's when something upsets you, you see how quickly you can come back to equanimity. And these obviously take a lot of self-truth and a lot of awareness. And so when something happens, it's still going to trigger you. That's an opportunity to see how quickly you can bring yourself back down to just pure calmness. And so this is my daily routine. And some of the things I've noticed like today that are interesting, I think they're interesting. If you're on this path, you might find them interesting. And the goal of me telling you these things is so that you can maybe notice them in your life. I'm sure yours will be similar. Maybe they're a little different. But like, for example, I didn't even realize this, but today I would say something and someone wouldn't understand me. And I noticed myself caring that they didn't understand, like, no, you don't understand. But I noticed myself doing it, like the urge to be like, well, you don't get it. And then I just stopped myself and I'm like, I don't care. And that sounds so simple, but that's such a big deal. Like we do these little subtle things in our mind. Another one was I was riding on my scooter and I was like, oh, that guy behind me, like he's still following me. Whatever, because some of the locals get mad when you cut in front of traffic or whatever. I'm like, he's still behind me, and I was thinking about it, and I look in my mirror and there's no one there, and I'm like, these are the type of things that go on in our head, and they still are prana. So the purpose of this is to help you become aware of them, and I'm sharing mine. What were some other ones? It's just you start to care less about things. Like we always say, a lot of people say they don't care what people think, but I challenge you to look much deeper into that. Like if you truly didn't care what people think, why would you be so worried about how many likes you get on Instagram or whatever? So that's a huge one. And as that starts to move away from you, you get a lot more freedom. So just being aware of these things as you're going through your day, like what are you really thinking about? Like it's funny because when you call attention to the mind and someone else says, what are you thinking about? You're like, oh, I just got to get this thing done. But if you're actually honest with yourself, you're like, oh, the last time I did this, I failed. Like I'm trying to get you guys to understand how I look at this stuff as deeply as I can, like as honestly as I can. And you start to just see it and you're like, this is ridiculous. The moral of the story is that the mind harasses you all day long. It's like trying to solve problems that aren't even there. And it's stealing your peace. So, or at least it was stealing mine. And I'm getting it back. And so those are the things that I learned today. Hopefully that helps. I know it's kind of a random topic, but again, the idea is to just have that awareness and be like, what am I doing? Like, you can just, if you pay attention, and you'll lose the awareness. Like, you'll be in the seat of consciousness, you'll be conscious, and you'll forget, and you'll go up in your mind sometimes for 2 hours, and you won't even think about it. And when you pop back, you're like, what was I just doing? Like, I was literally thinking about, if this happened, then I could be threatened by this, and then if that were to happen, then I would have to do this. Like, none of it even happened, and you're sitting here spinning out on it for 30 minutes in your head. And as abstract as this sounds, this is literally what most people do all day long. And being free of that is so liberating, having that equanimity and just being like, but first you got to have the awareness. So try those 3 things. The net zero game, see how fast you can get back down to zero. Running on empty, just taking a nice tempo, smooth, not too fast, not too slow, not abrupt starts and stops. And then the most important one is the openness, just having the awareness to feel yourself close when something doesn't go your way, like the cab driver takes the wrong turn and you're going to be late now. Who cares? Like, the thing is, you're going to be late either way. Just enjoy it, right? So these things make your life just get calmer and easier. And what happens is, when you're contracted, you're like holding on to spiritual mass. It's like thought forms are like sticking in you, and they're not allowing your energy to flow through. I've also been practicing Qigong recently, and that helps move this stuff out of you. And when we hold things down, it's because we're restricted and contracted. And I just wanted to give you guys some examples of the little nuances that I've noticed in my day as I increase my awareness.